there's another one that has risen out of its sarcophagus, but it is at this point only watching. And its face is like mostly fleshless and all shriveled and withered onto its bones and whatever flesh is left. But something about the angle of that skull and the light reflected in its eyes, or what's left of its eyes, it looks like it is having a great time. The skull, the creature that's choking Martin is looking kind of, undead and like that. But the one who's watching this is great.
Happy camper.
Yes. Most evil, gloating kind of skull grin you could imagine. So that's you have super high wisdom, right?
Yeah.
This is exactly what I was talking about. The one closest to you is Loan and is under the command of the one in the back. Yeah, it's like, okay, that one's being messed with by the one in the is under the command of the one in the back, and so that's probably the person I'm here to save. The corpse, I might add. Not Martin, who's being choked by the corpse. Wisdom is fun. I get to just tell you what's happening. That's great. Much easier. High wisdom characters just make life a lot easier for me.
High wisdom, low intelligence combination.
That's even better. Yeah.
See the best.
Well.
Okay, so that's what you see.
I mean, how would you even describe that? High wisdom, low intelligence.
Well, you have a pretty good intelligence, though.
Yeah.
I think I'll leave that theoretical exercise for another time. Right now, I'm thinking of the timing. You saw what was going on there. You decided to go and look there. So we need to resolve the fighting before. Now, did we roll initiative for this round?
Not last round.
That was last time.
Yeah. So
right, when she
until she grabbed me.
Right, yes. Right. But now this is the new setup. Okay, so this is going to apply to Robert as well. So
2. Always
3.
2.
You don't roll. We only roll for sides for initiative. And so therefore, the first thing is that automatically 3 more points.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Let's get your stab in there. Nothing wrong with that.
20 now, please. 8. Yeah.
Okay, so this person is feebly trying to stab, and it's not working so well. And you are, and so what are you going to do?
Well, seeing how it's going, I don't think Luan is at risk, so...
That's cold.
No, I think that's fair, yeah.
I'm just gonna get the one in the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, you can, the one in the back, they have initiative, so that means it will be prepared for attack. And so will be striking at you, but you are a lot harder to hit than this guy. So let me find this. Your armor class is 4?
5.
5. Okay. And fails with an 8. So as you come in, it's actually quick with its hands, and is coming at you. I might even consider speed factor with this fight, but I don't have to right now. So make an attack upon it. It is armor class 8. So
and I just have to roll to hit twice.
One time.
First.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what weapons do I have?
I believe that you have already chosen some weapons, correct? Did you choose the longsword, I believe?
Yeah. But I don't have it on this.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be in here. I don't know if you wrote it here or not.
It's a D8.
Yeah. If I do think you do have this is your sheet that goes with your character sheet, your notes. Do you want it just to have it? But I don't see the weapon on it. I know that we discussed that you have a longsword though. And that will be, so roll to hit. For a.
I think I also had another weapon other than the long sword, but I don't know.
I believe you left it back in the small temple. You went out with the sword to fight the baboons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll. Oh, okay. So, therefore, yes, there's fighting going on in there, but not too much damage is being done, except to you.
Yeah.
And
hanging in there.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yes. And yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen.
No,
You do have good.
One wrong.
Okay. Yeah. Well, don't forget in this game, you actually can go. You can go down. You go down below.
Yeah.
And then I think we are concluded with the round, except for you. You have entered into that empty space. Actually, you probably would have seen you go into that room where you can now hear scuffling and choking and, you know.
I go towards the choking.
Okay. So you can head in and you can enter into that room during this round.
Right.
Considering it's a whole minute, is there an attack you want to make? Like right away? You can see that there's this tall corpse-like woman. No, woman-like corpse. Right.
Both good.
Yeah. Choking the life out of Martin. And you can see that other fellow is dealing, it's kind of shadowy in there and everything because it's dark and all. And you guys are all able to see in the dark to some extent, but it's still kind of shadowy and vague. And so you have kind of this horror movie fight going on behind them. With the grabbing hands and the sword holding it back. With sword against bare hands and with this character being a named character, I might pull in the mechanic called speed factor, which takes into account the weapons against weapons, because the sword should be advantaged against the bare hands. And I will just do a quick check on that as we continue with this dialogue, as all of you start thinking about what you're going to do next. Because I'm very interested in what you do next.
The one next to Martin is very close to him, so it will be easy to accidentally hit him with an arrow.
That's fine. I think we're indoors.
We're indoors.
Close,
you are
quarters.
Very close quarters. This is not really
Okay.
a bow shot.
Closest to the door.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So probably the first thing you see.
Yeah.
All right.
And here.
You could keep your distance a little bit and do one bow shot, but you are not going to be able to maneuver around and fight for a minute. But I can give you the final act of this round. Could be your last bow shot if you want to take a shot.
Then wouldn't the one can't remember the name. The one in Robert be farther away? They're better for a bow.
Either one. You can shoot either one. Right now, Martin is the one getting choked.
Yeah.
I guess I would recognize Martin from the previous
Oh, you
times.
just, yeah. You also noticed each other already outside.
Yeah.
In passing, I guess.
And you guys had come to a bit of it. I just reviewed that video that I have posted, and the two of you actually came to sort of an agreement at one point that you were just going to live and let live for the two of you. So there's no standing animosity
No,
between the
I
two.
even healed him.
Yeah, and that's right. He did. He
Yes.
did now. Of course, you're chaotic evil, so screw him. But still,
Try to pull him away from the corpse,
okay.
shooting him, or
Um,
get the show
well,
all the way and get him away.
Okay, that might be the next thing you do. Right now, you have time for one snapshot at the end of this round because you crossed the room and everything.
Yeah,
Hitting him is probably not a problem because right now your knees are buckling
Yeah.
and it is bending over you
Yeah.
in that kind of I am a corpse strangling a person kind of way.
Healthy
You know?
bluish purple.
Yeah. Well, that's when you hit 0 hit points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just red now.
Yeah, just-
You have to take a slash with the sword.
Just want a quick check. 66. Yeah, I think I'm going to start taking speed factor into account. Okay, so compare the speed factor. No, that's a spell. Right, that would actually be exactly the case. Oh wow, okay. Boy, that's confusing. Okay, a sword with a factor of 5, which is good, right? Which is good. Right, 2 will indicate the spell level, right? Yeah. Okay. Boy, that is just kind of interesting. I'm going to have to I wasn't really planning on that. Those are not the easiest. Okay, go ahead and roll.
18.
There we go. So this was the sword?
Yes.
D8.
7.
Holy crap. Okay. You have effectively almost completely beheaded the corpse, which pitches sideways with a thunk and lands on the ground. And you are like, that was pretty dramatic. That was your right. Okay, now new round.
Yeah, someone else. Someone else.
But first, really,
Why is with one of the corpses?
what the Loan? He just almost beheaded Loan.
I didn't know. I just saw him being showed and
Go
took
wisdom
action.
fighter assassin, not wisdom 11, right? No context.
Yep.
So careful though. There's a lot more going on here. This fight is not over. Believe me. This is a coffer corpse, not just a zombie. You don't know what that means, but you will.
You wanna go?
Right now, I want to know new round.
Mm-hmm.
But since you guys are doing something that's a little more long term,
Mm-hmm.
I want to know when you emerge from there and you're saying, he's like, those worms? And you're like, yeah, those worms. You know that there's a horrible fight going on in there. It's your chance to make a deal in the opposite direction. Maybe. I'm just being good. Being your good age. But
Do I
that's
want
just
to
me.
know what's going on in there before it comes out? No, I don't think so. I think I want to get my worms before anything comes out of that room. So no, I'm not interested in that room right now.
Well,
If you are, it's your thing.
I have to save Lohan, so I'll help you later.
If I'm done later, it's your loss.
Okay. Now, so you guys have negotiated this, but that will take a moment or two. So you, like him, will be coming in at the end of the round. Inside.
One.
5. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's manage. Let me quick read my coffer corpse. It will rise up the next. Yeah. It looked for a moment, especially with the stillness of the corpse upon hitting the ground. That lasts like a second. And sits up, adjusts her head, and rises. Meanwhile, Vicarius is fighting you. So, the two of you must now save against fear.
Okay.
I believe that it is in.
I would think.
Poison, fair, red monster, stone problem. Oh, come on. I think it's going to have to be the same as paralysis. Funny, fear is such a common effect, and yet somehow it's not listed technically. I think it's often because it's a spell, in which case we would be saving against the spell.
Okay.
But this is
Just the
save against fear. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're just going to do this. It's kind of necromantic, so I'll call it death magic. So in that case, I believe that will be the first one, right? You're a fighter assassin, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why you have a 13.
10.
10. Okay, so in that case, oh, and don't you have a 9?
Yeah,
The cloak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so in that case, let's roll.
It's above 9.
9 or above.
They are cursed still.
15.
Okay.
It's like-
Perhaps justifiably,
Yeah, sure.
you're terrified and you have to
Yeah.
flee.
Yeah.
That's your
Yep.
your job.
I'm out
But,
of here.
and you might want to say, I can live with that. And so you are not terrified. You stand your ground in a foolish fashion. And let's deal now with your, and we'll deal with the attack on you. And an attack on you. So you first. Vicarius first, I should say. Attack matrix down to.
Who was Vicarius?
Vicarius is the coffer corpse that did not get their head cut that you were fighting.
No. Who is?
Well, based on what you have seen, this dead person, when alive perhaps, had established control over Loan. And now that they are dead coffer corpses, that control seems to have persisted. So perhaps that is what Over is talking about, is that Loan is not responsible for the fate that she has met. Sadly, you are going to get seized for 2 points of damage. You're getting seized by the throat by Vicarius. But you can still attack. You can get your sword stuck in him if you want.
Yeah.
So roll to hit.
9.
Well, hold on here. You're a fighter cleric. What do you have to hit of armor class 8?
Uh, 12.
Sadly, no, you did not make the 12. Okay, so then, now for Loan's attack on you. Armor class?
7.
Weren't we told to put the same things here?
Yeah, but I'm not looking at them, so I'm just asking. What do you mean by the same things?
The same to hit roll.
Maybe, but I don't know. Can I deal with this attack first? So in this case, I have rolled poorly, and that means that you, no fool, having seen that thing choking him, having seen it put its head back on, you are not foolish enough to let its hands anywhere near your throat. So, no. That's how I'm interpreting that this roll here.